Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Matter and materials. Knowledge acquisition. In this chapter, we will study about different kinds of matter. States of matter. States of matter being soluble and insoluble substances. Impurities of water. Matter. All substances contain matter. The amount of matter in a substance is measured by its weight. Matter takes up some space to make a substance. The amount of space taken by matter of a substance is known as its volume. So, anything which has weight and occupies space is called matter. Look around your room. You will see doors, windows, boxes, books, tumblers, water bottles, pens, music system, television, air conditioner, couch, photo frame, chairs, tables, etc. All these things are made from materials. What is matter made up of? Matter is made up of very tiny particles called molecules. Molecules can exist independently. They cannot be seen by the naked eye. They can be seen only under a microscope. Different substances have different molecules. Molecules of matter are constantly moving. These molecules are further composed of very small particles called atoms. Atoms are the smallest particles of which matter is made up of. States of matter. Matter exists in 3 states. 1. Solid. 2. Liquid. 3. Gas. 1. Solids. In solids the particles are packed closely together. The force between particles are strong enough so that the particles cannot move freely but can only vibrate. As a result, a solid has a stable, definite shape and definite volume. Solids can only change their shape by force. Press a rubber ball, the shape of the ball changes but cannot change its volume. So solids have a fixed shape and a fixed volume. 2. Liquids. The molecules of liquids are loosely packed and can move around. That is why liquids do not have a fixed shape and they take the shape of their container. Liquids can flow because of greater space between the molecules. They flow from a higher level to a lower level. However, liquids have a fixed volume. 3. Gases. In gas, the molecules are far away from one another. The molecules of gas are very loosely packed. They can move about freely because the forces holding the molecules together are very weak. The molecules in gases can move in all directions. That is why gases have no fixed shape and have no fixed volume. States of matter are interchangeable. The 3 states, solid, liquid and gas, of matter are interchangeable in some substances. Forms of matter can be changed into one another by heating or cooling. But not all substances can change their states. Take some pieces of ice. Put them out in the open. They will melt after some time and will change into liquid form. Now, heat this water, it will change into water vapor in form. When a solid is heated and its density increased, it changes into its liquid form. This process is called melting. When a liquid is heated and its volume is increased, it changes into a gas. This process is called evaporation. The temperature at which a liquid changes into gas is called its boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. When a gas is cooled down or its temperature is reduced, it becomes a liquid. This process is called condensation. When a liquid is cooled down, it reduces and changes into a solid. This process is called freezing. The temperature at which a liquid changes into solid is called the freezing point. The freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Solubility. Generally, most of the substances mix with water. Most of the solid substances also dissolve in water. The solid which dissolves in a liquid is called solute, while the liquid, here water, is called solvent. When a solid dissolves completely in a liquid, the resulting liquid is known as solution. The quality of being soluble is known as solubility. For example, when we dissolve some salt in water, then water becomes salty in taste. Here salt is the solute, water is the solvent and salty water is the solution. Activity 1. Take a spoonful of sugar and add it to a beaker of water. Note the time in which the sugar dissolves completely in water. Take the same quantity of sugar and water. Add sugar to the beaker and stir it until it dissolves completely. Note the time again in which sugar mixes with water completely. Now compare your observation and discuss it in your class. Soluble and insoluble substances. When we add a solid in a liquid, water, the solid will either dissolve completely in the liquid or it will not dissolve at all. So we can categorize solids as soluble and insoluble. Soluble substances, substances which dissolve completely in water are called soluble substances. For example, sugar, salt and turmeric, etc. Insoluble substances, substances which do not dissolve in water at all are called insoluble substances. For example, sand, stone and chalk powder, etc. Impurities in water. Some of the impurities present in water are insoluble in it. It should be purified before we use it for drinking and cooking. Insoluble impurities can be removed in the following ways. 1. Sedimentation. In this process, insoluble impurities present in water are made to settle down by keeping it undisturbed for some time. 2. Decantation. In this process, clear water is transferred to another container carefully so that the settled impurities are not disturbed. 3. Filtration. The process of removing insoluble impurities from water by using a filter paper is called filtration. Insoluble impurities from water by filtering is through either a filter paper or a very fine muslin cloth. The impurities are left behind on the filter paper or on the cloth and clean filtered water is obtained. Germs present in water can also be killed by using chemicals like chlorine. It is nowadays easily available in the form of a tablet. Continuous review. All things are made of different materials. Matter is made up of very tiny particles called molecules. Solids have fixed shape and a fixed volume. Liquids have a fixed volume but do not have a fixed shape. Gases have no fixed shape and have no fixed volume. States of matter are interchangeable in some substances. The substances which dissolve completely in water are called soluble substances. The substances which do not dissolve in water at all are called insoluble substances. Water can be purified by sedimentation and decantation, filtration, etc. Germs present in water can also be killed by using chemicals like chlorine.
Like, share and subscribe.